Your brain is not a storage cabinet for past lives, but is waiting for a new program to be inserted. Such as, if you want more wisdom, you want more intuition, you want to be psychic, you want to be intuitive, ask for those and then ask for physical evidence. You can ask for, I want an ageless body, and I want physical evidence. Many things, the more you can dream up, the better. And then move forward. Now, I'll show you some of my slides. Yeah, this is the brain part which I showed yesterday. Like I mentioned before, the hippocampus, this little thing in there, is where all the past lives are recorded. If you watch a television program or whatever, and there's an emotion that gets triggered off of something that was in the past lives, you'll find that that's where it's coming from, is that area in there. Now, this is a very fantastic exercise to do. If you want to get active in your brain, it's phenomenal. This is the activity of a brain when it's fully in operation, that one. There was one here that is, oh, you can barely see that. Schizophrenia is the second one, and then that one here is when you have dementia. But the exercise of red, blue, green, gold, and you repeat that 3 times, red, green, blue, gold. It has to have that 8 in there. When you stop it after the 3rd time, you will see your head will go like a big spin, like as if you're on marijuana. It's awesome. It's an awesome thing, because you're programming a vibration into your body. There's part of this positive, negative, so you're activating the electrical charge in the brain. All you're doing is just visualizing color. Red, blue, green, yellow. And it activates the frequency of the body. Yeah, it makes, you'll feel like the whole thing is turning afterwards when you relax, from the 3 times that you say it. Yeah, every evening before you fall asleep. And even when you're saying prayers, say it with your eyes closed, because you're reaching another dimension. If you're saying prayer with your eyes open, you're only in mass thinking. If you're doing affirmations, say it with your eyes closed. The same thing with visualizing those colors. Do it with your eyes closed. You reach higher levels of frequency. When I first started doing creative photography some 20 years ago, this is how the energies would look like. Just scattered everywhere. You could barely see fingerprints. You just could be everywhere. Lots of energy around, but it wasn't in a form where you could see patterns. Okay? But now, look at what's happening. See how different they are? You could even see the electrical pulsations going through the body. So we're changing. The whole body is changing totally. How many go to a psychic? Do you check their energy? Well, let's take a look at 2 psychics. Okay. This one here is totally unscrambled and will give you lots of advice. Don't go with that guy. He's going to beat you up. Ta-da-ta-da-ta-da. This one will only inspire you. You'll know the difference in the energy of the people. Because one who gives you a lot of advice, you better run. Your advice should come within you, not from somebody else. Now, thought forms. This is I sent one of my staff to New York to attend a conference. And you see, when the first picture was just kind of smoky. The second picture, as soon as the 2 demonstrators changed energy, a thought form formed above them. And that's how thought forms look. That's what you're picking up when you're hearing voices. You're picking up those kind of thought forms. And I know too, let's say for example, I did creative photography on a person here, and then I sent him to a hospital to visit. They'd have hundreds of those little black things around. You're picking up people's hurts, the thoughts that are emotional, that are of a hurtful nature, that are of anger, are all low in vibrations, and they remain earthbound for other people to use. That's all. Now, I talked about the energy field. This is interesting. 5 months in pregnancy, this lady, But you see the field is already forming around the fingers, giving communications through the field of the parent. And this same lady now at 7 months. See, she's getting ready to release, and the child is ready to be born. But because the auras are broken, tells me she's either toxic, the mom is either toxic, or she's fearful. Because they should be solid. Now, talking about energy field, a newborn child is born. What does it look like when parents are excited about? What does their field look like? See? Oh, awesome. But if the father was angry at the little one, it would all disappear. You know, I always use this next picture for kids who are in school who are on drugs. And I usually have even a cigarette in an envelope sealed. And I will say to them, place that on your body, and the aura shrinks. And I would say, open up the envelope, what's in it? And they say, cigarette. And I say, see what happens to the aura? You're not even smoking it, and it's already affecting you. Look at what happens when the guy is on cocaine. See what's hanging around him? See the aura that's hanging around that person? He's drawing the same frequency, matching his vibration in the brain. So how can the field, if, let's say the person got a high on cocaine, how can that field give him instructions when this here is on its own high? It can't even reach him. And so you're getting empty thoughts of junk hanging around you with holes in it. Now, we went to Switzerland. And we were visiting a chapel there. It was phenomenal because we swear we could see the statue having an aura. And so we were so excited. We said, let's just take a picture of that statue. You could see there's the statue and there's that aura around. And it was like 6 o'clock. It was already getting quite late at night. And we thought, oh, yeah, I'll show in a picture for sure. But guess what we developed? And there's a ghost. Probably died, you know, was cleaning the place for years and years, died, and it's still there. The thought form is still there. The spirit is not there. And that's why I'm saying that we must grow and must develop, because the stronger and the heavier our thoughts are that we don't develop, the heavier they hang on the earth. They remain to be connected to some other energy and some other energy. Now, I wanted to show this one here particularly. This one here. You will notice, yeah, right there. There's one face there, one face there, and one face there. And I did a television show, and one of the announcers was, said, you know, I waited to get my picture done. So when we got the picture done, we were shocked to find 3 faces in it. And I said, gee, did 3 members of your family die? Were they in an accident that it's in your aura? He said, no, I'm doing a documentary, 3 murders. So what do you think? It's around you. The pictures don't lie, you see.